Hey everybody, this is Mike with Plus 8 Precision, and this is the introduction to my MK2 6-inch Atlas lathe. Let's take a look. Hey everybody, this is Mike with Plus 8 Precision, and this is my Atlas 6-inch lathe. I purchased this almost a year ago from a small manufacturing facility. They didn't need it anymore. They were going to transition over to a storage facility, and so I got it pretty reasonably priced. I found it on OfferUp. I had been looking for a lathe for a while. I had some turning work, some round stock work in the shop at the time, but I didn't have a lathe, and so I didn't want to turn the work away. So I wanted to find something that was in working order, and like I said, this popped up on OfferUp, and so after a little bit of negotiating, I got it for a very reasonable price. It's an older lathe, so it has a little bit of wear, but for the most part, it's in very good condition. It came with some cutting tools, some tool holders. You can clearly see the tailstock. Came with a couple of chucks. But I think the price was fair, and brought it home. Let's take another look at some of the other features. Here we're looking at the carriage. Here is the handle for the carriage. It's all in pretty good shape. Handle for the cross slide. Handle for the compound. Everything works. You can see it's got the lantern tool post. It's got the thread dial gauge. Smaller lead screw. Everything works well. You can see when I engage the feed, the lead screw is running. You just hit the half nut, and you see it starts to go. I haven't messed with the gear train, so I don't know what it's feeding at right now. That's something that right now it's feeding kind of fast. Let's look at the gear train. This part I'm going to have to do handheld. You can see I've got the lathe fairly close to the wall here in the shop, but let's take off the cover. This is just a plastic cover. You can see that the threading and feed chart has been damaged by misalignment of the motor. It's kind of hard to see that here, but trust me, the motor is a little forward of the pulley on the lathe spindle. But here you have the main pulley set. You've got your idler pulley and then your motor pulleys. You can see this is your back gear here. You can see it engaging and disengaging. And the way this works for going into back gear is you've got this right here, and you simply pull it out, and that'll disengage it from the spindle, and you simply push it back in to re-engage it for direct drive. It's a decent setup. I don't have any problems with this one. I believe you probably could have problems with if you let it get no oil or something. Down here we have our gears. This does not have a quick change gearbox. Here we have our forward and reverse for our lead screw. Nothing fancy, basic, but it's functional. We have a 4-inch 3-jaw chuck. It's got some surface rust, but it's in pretty good condition. It's got an extra set of jaws for inside and outside work. There's the lever for the back gears. The motor, I couldn't tell you if that's original or not. It's an older motor. It matches the specs required from Atlas for size of motor, capacity, horsepower. This is a 3-jaw, 4-inch chuck. Couple sets of jaws for inside and outside work. Lantern tool post. Here is our switch for forward and reverse. I'll demonstrate quickly. Forward. Wait till it coasts. Reverse. Nothing fancy. Very functional. Good feature to have, reverse. I know not all the lathes have a reverse function on them. This one does. Have a look at the tailstock. This isn't a cam lock. This is just your basic manual. Turn the nut and it tightens up onto the ways. I don't remember. Let's see how much travel do we have here. Oh, we have maybe about 1.5 inches of travel. This is the locking nut for the quill. And let's see. Motor is sitting on an aluminum plate mounted to the cabinets. Needs some tweaking. Get it all in a line. It works. It doesn't hurt the belt the way it is. Here's the identification tag. It's a model 10100. Serial number 001980. Some research online, this is a cast iron head, and those are cast iron feet. I guess later models are probably closer to 1980 and they're beyond, however far they produced them, were made out of Zamic, which is the same softer material as the gears. They're not really soft. It's not like they're made out of lead, trust me. But I guess they can be damaged. But also some of the harder stuff can be damaged as well. Okay, again I said the cabinet I believe is Grizzly. I'm not sure. It's a fairly sturdily made cabinet. It's got some shelves inside. Those two items you see also came. They didn't come with the lathe, but I purchased them from the same place. As I said, they were getting rid of some items and had some stuff that I was interested in. So you got this cabinet here, and then you've got this cabinet over here, more storage. Once again, some stuff that was for sale, and I purchased. So there's the cabinet. It's a decent quality cabinet. Here's the setup with your back gears, adjustment for your idler pulley. Oh, they've got the motor attached with a aluminum plate. Again, no adjustment, so it is out of alignment. Not by a whole lot, but enough to cause that the wear and ruin that sticker on the gear train cover. So let's look at what else came with the lathe with that sale or that purchase. All right, and this is what came with the lathe. These are all the items that were there. I guess we can start here. 4-jaw chuck. Looks like it was never used. Again, I think it's a 4-inch. BTC. Don't know whether that's good or bad. Wrenches for the chucks. Full set of change gears, which to me was probably worth gold for this type of a lathe. Really makes it more versatile than being able to just turn down things. You can actually cut threads. Some chucks, some drill chucks. Again, the tailstock is a #1 Morris taper, so these are all #1s. This is a #1, but it has a #2 sleeve on it. I was using it for something else. Some holders, homemade holders. Another sleeve, #3. This little original boring bar set came in the original packaging from Clausing Atlas. That was kind of cool. Never been used, brand new. Some tool holders, different styles. So really functional right from the purchase. I did buy some high-speed tool steel. That's about it. Because these are 3/16 and 3/16 and 5/16, or no, I'm sorry, 1/4 inch. Some knurlers, knurling toolets. I haven't used them. You can see the brand there. Different patterns. This one I got the tape on because one of the pins is loose and it probably needs to be prick punched so it'll stay in place. This was something that came in there. This is a multi-position knurling head. An assortment of wrenches. You can see still in the boxes for the most part. Set of jaws. And some chamfering bits. There's another chamfering bit over here. But I guess one of the things, you know, when you look on all the sites, it came with a milling attachment. Looks to be brand new, unused, with the original instructions. You can see how it just, I mean, it's in perfect condition. This was in the cabinet. Didn't know it was there until I got it home. It's not a very heavy lathe, so I didn't bother cleaning a lot of stuff out of it. Has a little live center. It works. Again, #1 taper. So yeah, again, if somebody's interested what I paid, I'm not trying to brag on this. I'm just trying to show you what you can get and how to get yourself a deal. You know, be knowledge. Go into dealing or bargaining with some knowledge under your belt. You know what you're getting. Do a little bit of research and ask the right questions. Hope this helps some people out. This is Mike with +8 Precision. Like, subscribe, share. I do have a few subscribers. I'm having a hard time getting subscribers. I'd like to have some more. Pass the word. You know, I've got a lot more stuff to present to you guys. Got some VFD stuff coming up. Got some mill stuff coming up. My surface grinder. Got a lot of stories. Everywhere I've picked things from and purchased things from, and you'd never expect it. But again, I'm trying to help everybody out, getting things where you at least expect it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.